talking about where you come from and what you're going to do. In the room, not only are there my friends and colleagues, but there is the Trial Lawyers College table. Would you folks please stand up? Along with me, they are the representatives of Gerry Spence, our award winner tonight for his lifetime career. I would urge any one of you who is the least bit interested in one of the Trial Lawyer College regional seminars or in the actual Trial Lawyers College program at the ranch in Du Bois, Wyoming, Thunderhead Ranch, to talk to these people. If you don't want to change, if you don't think you can do better for your clients, you're wrong. What I want to talk to you about is a little bit about Gerry Spence. My friend Corinne Mullen is going to talk to you more in detail when we're going to do this award. But Gerry and I have been talking on the phone this fall about the book he's doing. This is his 20th book, 21st. They're all great, by the way, and I've learned from all of them. And this one is about love. And I don't know much about it. I haven't actually looked at the manuscript. We've just talked about the ideas. And a core idea that I've gotten from our conversations is that our sole bond to true justice is love. Our surest connection to it is love. It's our strongest. It's not our easiest. It's not our quickest. But it's what binds every lawyer in this room as a criminal defense lawyer on a molecular level of who you are. Put differently, the price of justice is love. Love cloaks you in credibility. When you speak from love, it gives you strength and even honor. And if you listen to Steely Dan and Donald Fagen, it's not some game I play, it's in my DNA. It's what we do. And it's true of all of you. I have never won a case where love was absent. We risk so much of ourselves every day and in every case. Love is the only explanation for that I can find. It's not for love of money. Loving money doesn't work. You don't even hear the word rich criminal lawyer that often, do you? And if you came to do this work with the thought of getting rich, it's going to break you. It's going to break your heart. It's not for love of power. While it is true that we sit at table in the courtroom with the most important person in the courtroom, our client, that is rarely, thank you, rarely regarded as the most powerful place or position in the courtroom or in the court system. What love? What are you referring to? What are you talking about? We learn at the ranch there's really only two emotions in our universe. One is love, and the other is fear. Every negative emotion you can think of that you would believe would be the opposite of love comes from fear. So there's all sorts of love. I mean, there's love of the law itself. Think of our appellate lawyers. God bless them. They expend their days, they expend their souls poring over mind-numbing transcript after transcript in search of the holy grail of cases, the language that will deliver the arguments to those appellate benches, crafting new and persuasive perspectives of old issues, but most of all, agonizing in their loving hearts over our incomprehensible trial mistakes, or worse, our silence at trial. Why? They do it for love. There's love of trials. Some people were born to contest from the beginning. My brother, George Goltzer, where are you, George? Did you run out on us? George Goltzer's been a criminal defense lawyer since he was 10. He was playing sandlot ball. I don't remember. Where was it, George?
Yes, 135.
There you go. And somebody ran over to the boys who were playing ball there and talked about a friend of theirs who had just gotten in trouble. I don't know if he'd stolen something from a store. You know what George said? Who says? That's born, dyed-in-the-wool stuff. But love of trial is probably what brought most of the people in this room to law school and to the practice in the first instance. That fiery summation delivered with the utmost of earnest and sincere passion, gaining trust, undeniable credibility, and finally a just verdict freeing our client. That cross-examination that we now know tells our client's powerful true story through other witnesses until our client's accuser's power has withered and waned and abated. Our building of a community during jury selection, during what Gerry calls voir dire, which is really our preliminary opening argument. For those people who decide to follow a lawyer throughout the trial during jury selection, that is a love, one bordering for me on addiction and sometimes crossing the border. Love for others. Our experience has shown us that the contrasting, discrete, and separate conditions of liking someone and having love for them are very different. We learn we do not need to like someone to love them as a human, as people, and to take on the awesome responsibility of standing beside them. Again, love in all its power is not the easiest state in which to live. It can be rebuffed over and over and over until it takes. This love of others requires the strongest patience. Moreover, vulnerability. It's hard to learn vulnerability as a criminal trial defense lawyer, but it requires a giving up of yourself. It requires listening. More than that, it requires hearing, not reacting, leaving yourself behind. The first time your client may ever have been listened to will be in front of you. This is the love that leads to understanding. Their story is told and conveyed and comprehended through your love and your retelling. And there's the love of justice itself. My friend Mike Shapiro, where are you, Mike? And I go round and round philosophically about justice. And my answer is always the same to Mike. He wants to know what justice is. To me, justice is love. But there's danger there, sadness, for me sometimes rage, because we love. And sometimes through our love we feel a withholding or a denying or a loss of love, but we love nonetheless. And then there is the love of self for each one of you, fabulously unique, different, warriors. You cannot represent someone until you know yourself. We've all been taught, have we not, that knowing others is wisdom, but knowing ourselves is enlightenment. We remove the impediments of self-doubt, of self-loathing, and dedicate ourselves to the cause of others in the name of love. And for these reasons, I want you to realize love. And therefore, I want you to realize justice. Thank you very much.